I acknowledge I'm being videotaped.
Hi, Alicia. Thank you for coming in today. What brings you in?
My stepmother.
Okay.
I have major issues with her.
All right. Tell me about that.
I have anxiety, literally every time we have to call her.
Mm-hmm.
I feel that she's very judgmental,
Mm-hmm.
and I really kind of can't take it any longer. And I think she sometimes questions when Wesley's talking too.
Okay. So what would make you think that she's questioning like that or judging you when you're on the phone?
Well, she's always done it.
Okay.
I can't even, I can't explain it to you. Even, like, Stephen even knows that. He can kind of even tell, even the way she questions, the way she does things, the way she says things.
Okay.
It's very annoying.
So
My dad doesn't do that, and it seems to, she does it when he's not there, before he gets on the phone.
So can you
Very
give me
interesting.
an example maybe of what she might say?
Oh gosh. Like she'll question, oh, you were doing that today. Well, what did Wesley do? Like as if, how do I say it? Like if I say something, she almost wants to ask Wesley too, to see if we're actually on the same page.
I can see how that seems frustrating.
Yes.
Almost like
Mm-hmm.
you feel like she doesn't trust what you're saying.
Yeah, it's almost like she's testing to make sure whatever I'm saying is true. So she'll ask my little 6-year-old, who will say anything because he has a lot of imagination. So,
So what is her relationship like with you other than when Wesley's around versus when Wesley's not around?
it's better when Wesley's around because I have him talk and I don't talk.
I can see, maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable when Wesley's in the
If
room.
it's just me and her, I get very uncomfortable. I don't know if it's because growing up, we've always had that issue. Always since growing up. Me and my brother have had that issue with her. Me so more than him. And I think it's because I might be the only other woman in my dad's. So I'm not sure. But
Let me just make sure I'm getting everything correctly. So you have a good relationship with your dad,
yes.
but you think that since your stepmother came into your life, she is competing with you because you're the only daughter?
In a way, it's weird because she's been with us for over 40 years.
Right.
And she still is the same. And like we've said when we were younger that we have issues with her. And my dad will say something and then she'll apologize. But then give her a couple of months and she'll start doing that again. And I know Greg, I think, has let it go. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I have not.
So you feel kind of...
I think she's ruder to me than she is to Greg, is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I think it's because I'm the female and he's the son, personally. But I could be wrong, but no, I think I might.
So when did you start noticing this?
When we were younger.
Okay. How young were you?
Very. Like 8 or 9.
8 or 9. Okay. So when you were 8 or 9, did you spend any alone time with her, or was it always just you and...
For the most part, we'd go visit once a month. So I don't know if we spent any alone time.
Okay.
But we might spend time, the two of us, with Anne when my dad's doing something else.
Okay.
Just the way she talks and the way she is sometimes. It's just a little rude.
So
She's an ex-nun.
Oh,
So
really?
I don't know. Yeah, it's very odd.
Okay. So you feel kind of like she's condescending. I can see how you
Yes.
might feel that way because it sounds as if she were talking to you differently than she would talk to your brother or your father.
She was rude to my brother too, but I don't think so as much now that he's grown up. For some reason, she still put me in that point of talking to me that way. She did it at my wedding. She did it to my mother.
That must be really frustrating.
Yeah. But she does it when nobody else is around.
Really?
So that's why sometimes I think I'm crazy, but Stephen has seen it, so I know I'm not crazy.
Well, I don't think that...
Yeah. Seriously.
Yeah. Okay. So what else can you tell me about your relationship with, your relationship with your
Well,
mother versus the relationship with your stepmother, do you think that you see a difference? Obviously, there's a difference between that.
There's
But
totally a difference. I mean, my mother's my mother. I mean, my mother and my stepmother will send me a Mother's Day card.
okay,
The stepmother has never, even for my first Mother's Day. You know what I mean? That's which I find a little disheartening.
right. I can see how
Especially
that's
because
really
we still have Wesley send one from us.
So
And
you
it's
feel
been-
like she doesn't even reciprocate any of the feelings?
Mm-mm. Not at all. Only unless I say something, then she'll say it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I call for Mother's Day, then she'll say that kind of thing. Not really. It's just a very odd relationship.
Like you have to be, and you have to take the lead in the relationship, where as with your other mother figures, you know, it's kind of mutual.
Exactly.
Okay.
I love both of them. Not that I don't love her, but I don't like her
Right.
at times.
Right.
How about that? Because
Well-
I've known her for over 40 years.
Right.
But it's still the same weird issue.
Hmm.
And she does it without my father being there.
Really.
Yes. Which is really weird. Like you know what I'm saying? Everybody thinks she's so lovely, but I've seen otherwise, and thank God others have.
It's almost like I can see, like
Mhm.
it would seem like she's putting on a face.
Thank you. Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
So tell me more about that.
Well, like, how do I say this? When anybody else is around, she's just usually lovely and nice and fabulous. But as soon as nobody else is around, or even she's done it to Stephen too. She's just a little, I don't know, like, it's very weird. I don't know why.
So
She
how
probably needs a talking to.
how do you feel when she is acting nice to you?
I think it's fine because she's now almost 80. But I thought that eventually, because she's getting older, she wouldn't be this way.
So you thought she might grow out of it a little bit?
Yeah, nothing. So I don't really like it. I'm very surface with her now. Very surface.
Like you don't want to get into a real deep conversation
Never.
because
Never.
are you afraid of what she might say to you?
No, I just don't want to.
Okay, why?
I don't like her personality that much, and she doesn't seem like somebody I'd want to do anything like that with.
So where do you think the major difference is between her personality and your personality? Where to me it seems like you're very open and honest and bubbly. Do you think she is? Where are the major
I
differences?
think she's more conservative.
Okay.
I think that being her background, and I don't know. She's just different than me.
Okay.
Whereas my mother's more like me. Even though my mom could be annoying too. But, that's a whole nother
Right.
subject.
Well, parents. I mean, we all
Yeah.
have our sore spots with our parents, but I
Yeah.
can definitely see how it might be, aggravating to have the interactions between your mother-in-law and your stepmother and your mother and your mother-in-law all differ because they are all supposed to be figures in your life. Is that what you're saying? Like you wish that maybe it would be more of a similar kind of relationship?
Yeah, like with Stephen's mom, I love her. Like I could talk to her, I can call her on the phone, just me. Just talk to her. My stepmother, it's like, oh, it's been 3 weeks, we gotta call her. Put Leslie on the phone, do FaceTime with her.
So do you think?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I really, ajna.
So you've always had this kind of, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but do you always have this resentment towards her?
I don't think I have a resentment. I just don't enjoy her very much. I don't have a resentment because, I don't resent her. I don't think I resent her. I just don't like her that much. And the way she makes me feel, I'm just like, I don't want to hang out with her. Like, I try to make it once a year, even though my dad would like it 2 or 3 times a year.
Right.
And, you can't say anything to my dad anymore. Because even if Ian said anything and apologized, she'd just do it again. It's kind of irritating. And my dad's different. He's just very more, wants to
Even
just...
keel?
Yeah, he's very even-keeled. We have more in common.
Right.
More in common than I thought we did, but we have a lot more in common as I'm growing up.
So are there activities that you think that you and your stepmother could enjoy together, like ones that you would do with your father?
Like going to the movies,
Okay.
that kind of thing. She would enjoy whenever we go to like Disney and stuff, because she comes when we visit,
Right.
usually when she comes to like Epcot. I don't know. We don't have a lot in common. You know?
Right. I can see how that's.
Yeah. Not really.
No.
And it doesn't bother me that much, but still, because she's married to my dad, I feel like I have to always, let her call.
Right, because she's part of your family, whether
Yes.
or not you want her to be there or not. She's
Exactly.
your
I
father.
feel bad saying that, but I've always.
Well,
Maybe it's me, but I don't think so, because other people have noticed it. Even my friend at my wedding had said something. He's like, wow, she's a piece of work. And I was like, thank you. Well, no, one time, my friend, who passed away, he came with me when we went to New York. When I was working, we went to visit them in Connecticut. And yeah, he spent the weekend so we could go and do stuff there. And like, he was just like, yeah, I can see that. Yes, thank you. Because it's like if you spend more time with them, then you can see. And they're always bickering.
your father.
Oh yeah, they're always bickering. They've been married for almost 43 years.
Well, that's
and
like
they're
a
still
long
together.
time.
Yeah. And they're always bickering, which cracks me up. Like, other people don't want to spend so much time with them because they're always bickering.
Oh.
Yeah.
How do you feel when you are with them and they start to bicker?
I'm so used to it. But when they're talking in the front and we're in the back and it's about us, then I'm like, we're here. We can hear you.
So you feel like
Yeah.
they're putting you on the
They've done
outside
that.
of your.
Stephen's been there when they've talked. You can hear them talking about us, and we're sitting in the back. Like,
Almost like you weren't there.
thank you. Yes. And
Okay.
I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Yeah.
That's really
I
frustrating.
I think my father, Anne never had children,
Okay.
so I'm going with maybe she doesn't have that per se motherly instinct. She was an ex-nun,
Right.
so she wasn't planning on having children.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So that could be it too, that she doesn't have that motherly.
Almost like she doesn't know how to react around you. So because when coming from her background, when she was
Yes.
an ex-nun, she got left the convent, got married to your father, and with
Had kids.
with her marriage, now all of a sudden had to become this mother figure.
That's what I'm wondering. And we only saw them once a month, but it could be that she's not a mothering person. Sadly. But I know other people that never wanted children either, and they're not, mothering.
So do you?
Who knows?
What exactly would or wouldn't she do when you were younger, other than seeming condescending to you? You were
I can't. It was so many years ago. Just certain things she would say, but I can't even remember anymore. Like, even thinking about my wedding, there's one thing I remembered that she was so rude about, but there were multiple. But now I can't even remember what the other multiples were.
Right.
Because I'm older now, I just don't remember. I just remember the feeling, but I do remember it. You know what I mean?
You
That
just
makes
felt
sense.
bad.
I can't pick out specifics anymore.
She just made you feel bad.
She's just very judgy and very like she'll say certain things to see what the reaction is of the person.
Almost like she's testing you.
Yeah, it's very interesting. And both Steve and I were like, "Did you see that?" And he's like, "Yep." So it's not just me, thank God, because then I would think I was crazy.
Right.
But.
So is there anything else that you'd like to talk about today?
None that I can think of.
Okay, so what do you think about meeting in the future so we can look into this a little bit further?
No, that would be great.
Okay, awesome. Thanks for coming in today, Alicia.
Thank you.